Hey there! As you can tell, our class today is going to be a little bit different than our normal yoga flow. So, what I'm going to share with you are some awesome poses that you can do if you spend a lot of your day sitting in a chair. Now, it can either be sitting at your desk at the office or sitting in the car. These are good poses for any of that type of thing. And everything can be done in a chair. You don't have to do it in a chair, but I'm just going to show you that for demonstration purposes today. So we're going to get started, just sitting nice and comfortably. Lengthen the spine and relax the shoulders. So we're going to start with a couple neck stretches. We'll start by dropping the head over to the left. If you would like here, you can use the hand on the top of the head just to gently pull yourself a little deeper into the stretch. We'll take a few deep breaths. Last one. We'll release the head coming back to center. And then we'll go over to the right, dropping the head down. And then from here, if you would like, you can use the hand to just gently deepen the stretch. Making sure that the shoulders are relaxed. We're just here to take a few deep breaths. And then release, come back up to center. We'll do a couple shoulder rolls. So we'll inhale, lift the shoulders up. Exhale, roll them back and down. Couple more times. Inhale, lift. Exhale, roll them back. Inhale, lift. Exhale, roll them back. We'll do that one more time. Inhale, lift. Exhale, roll them onto the back. Very good. We're going to reach both arms up overhead. And then from here, you can just grab opposite wrist. It doesn't matter which side. And from here, we're just going to do a couple side stretches. So this is a little bit more low-key. Just moving from side to side at your own pace. I worked in an office for many years and put a lot of these poses to practice on a regular basis. I was the crazy yoga girl at work. You can only imagine. Couple more times. Very good. We'll come back to center. We'll release the hands all the way down. We're going to do a seated cat and cow stretch. So normally we're on our hands and our knees for this one, but this is a really good one to do if you're like on a road trip or sitting on an airplane or at your desk. So just the hands will come right down to the knees. We'll take a big breath in, pull the heart forward, squeeze the shoulders back for cow. And then exhale for cat, rounding the shoulders forward, sitting back. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Two more times. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. And then we'll sit nice and tall. We're going to come into a seated twist. So we'll start by twisting to the right. We'll cross the left hand over the body, either grabbing the knee or grabbing the chair, arm rest if you have that, and then just twisting around from there. One more deep breath. Come back to center. And we'll go to the left, crossing the right arm over, and then twisting. And come back to center. Very good. Now, this next one is called Eagle Arms. It is one of my favorite shoulder stretches. So we'll start by bringing the arms out to the side like a cactus. So we'll stack the elbows. We'll put the right elbow on top of the left. And then from there, we'll wrap the hands around. Now, I realize this can be a pretty deep stretch. So a couple ways to modify. Bring the backs of the hands together or reach for opposite shoulders. So what we're going for here is just a deep stretch in the shoulders. Close the eyes and just take a few deep breaths. Last breath here. And we'll release the arms, open them back out to the side like a cactus, and we'll come into eagle on the other side. So this time the left elbow is on top of the right. And again, find your best variation. So maybe you wrap the hands around. Maybe you bring the backs of the hands together. Or maybe you just reach for opposite shoulders. We'll stay here for a couple more breaths. Closing the eyes, relaxing the shoulders. And we will release, open the arms out to the side, and then bring them all the way down. For this next pose, we're gonna scooch ahead in our chair a little bit. We're gonna take the hands, we're gonna bring them behind the back. Interlace your hands behind the back, and then squeeze the shoulders together, lifting the heart. Making sure that the neck is nice and long. We'll be here for a couple breaths. One more breath. Release the hands and bring them forward. Very good. We have one more shoulder stretch. So we're going to start by taking the right arm up to the sky, and we're going to take the left hand and bend it back behind us. We're going to bend the right elbow and reach for opposite fingers. This is called cow face arms. And if you're not able to touch your fingers behind your back, totally okay. I feel like for a lot of us, one side we're a little bit more mobile than the other. But this is a really funky stretch and not something you do on a regular basis. So it's okay if you're not able to reach. One more breath. We'll switch sides. This time the left arm will come up to the sky. We'll bend the right elbow back behind. And then bend the left elbow, reaching for the fingers. Couple deep breaths. This is the side that I struggle with. Not quite there yet, but that's okay. One more breath. And we will release, bringing the hands just to the tops of the knees. For our last pose, this is a really accessible hip stretch that you can do, again, anytime you're in a seat, whether that's traveling or at work. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start by crossing the right ankle over the left knee. So this is a figure 4 fold. Try to say that 3 times fast. So we're gonna start by sitting nice and tall. And then from here, slowly leaning over, leading with the heart. Now, if you're sitting at a desk or something, feel free to just set your hands on the top of the desk. But we're trying to get a stretch in that outer hip thigh area. One more breath. And we'll start to make our way back up. Very good. Uncross the leg. And we'll come into this figure four on the other side. So this time that left ankle will cross over that right knee. Sit nice and tall to start. And then from here, we'll start to fold forward. This is one of my favorite stretches. And again, it's very accessible, especially even if you're just sitting on the couch. This is one that I'll do sometimes just to get a little bit more stretch in the hips, especially after a long day. Few more breaths here. And we'll start to make our way back up. Very good. Uncrossing the leg and just sitting nice and tall. We're going to rest the hands right on the tops of the knees. So one thing I find that during a busy work day, sometimes I get a little overwhelmed or start to feel a little stressed out. And one little trick that I learned is just to close my eyes, pause from whatever I'm doing, and just take a few deep breaths. So let's do it together. We'll sit nice and tall, and again, just the hands rest right on the thighs. Let the eyelids fall heavy. Paying attention to your next inhale. Exhale, let it go. Inhale a little bit deeper this time. Exhale, let it go. Make this breath even deeper, filling the lungs and filling the belly. Exhale, let it go. Continue breathing in this deep way, slowing down each inhale and each exhale. Our last breath. Start to open the eyes. Hopefully, you're feeling a little bit more relaxed, a little bit more at peace, and a little bit happier. Thank you so much for practicing with me. Namaste.